Hey guys, what's going on? So today I wanted to address Sunday's Demolition Derby for the Otsego County Fair. And yes, this has been a while since that derby. It's actually over a week now that that derby occurred. And obviously, the Regal did not make it. So what happened? You know, I'm sure some of you are curious what the heck happened. And some of you may already know what happened. And, well, I guess I gotta explain myself and just, I'm not gonna go too far in depth about it, but just know that this car will be ran, and it will be ran hopefully relatively soon. I'm not going to run this at Herkimer, in case anybody's wondering. Let me just get that out of the way. Herkimer's demo is tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. That's coming very soon. And obviously they have their Friday demo as well. It's not going to either night. I'm going to record both nights, at least I plan to. And this car will not be going to Herkimer. I can tell you that for sure. And as some of you know, I've had problems with Herkimer in the past, or a lot of problems with Herkimer in the past, and I'm probably going to need to make a second video about that, unfortunately, because a lot of people who are on the channel are familiar with Herkimer, but they're too new to know about that video. So I'm going to have to probably address it once again. But let's talk about what happened on Sunday, because this car was ready to go. For that Sunday, it was ready. What ended up happening on Saturday, I was working on this car, not really doing anything, super important. I was pulling out this door a little bit. It's a lot less beaten than what it was. I don't know if you guys remember what it looked like before, but it's a lot straighter now than what it was. It was actually not terribly hard to pull it out. I broke a 1/2-inch bolt, but I'll talk about more about that in the video on the Regal itself. I'll have a video very soon coming out on, just a general update on the Regal and what all has been happening with this thing since I ran it and stuff. So anyway, on Saturday, I noticed when I was driving around the yard, I looked down at the strut on this side, and the strut that was in here, you will see I've replaced that strut since then. The strut was bent in, but it was also now, instead of only bent in, it was also leaning this way, which meant, in my mind at least, it looked like that it was trying to break. And that, between how rusty that strut was and how much pressure was already on that strut, I just decided, you know what, it's best, instead of me going out in that ring, getting hit like twice, and then ended up breaking my strut, I'd rather just replace the strut. So I started replacing the strut on Sunday morning. Everything was going okay, because there was a lot of rust in this car, so tie rods, ball joints, all that was given issues, of course, because of rust. So now it's got a brand new tie rod and a brand new inner tie rod on it too. But before all that, I was trying to get the I got the caliper bracket off of the old strut, and while doing so, I had my dad came out and decided he wanted help a little bit. So we both started working on it, and he brought a bolt in to go clean it up or whatever, from all the rust on it and stuff like that, just clean it up so it went in nicely. And he dropped it, and I was in the workshop getting the tie rod in, because I had already known that I wasn't going to be able to save the one that was already on the car. Not that it was broken or anything, it was just too darn rusty, and I didn't have time to try to mess with it, so I was just going to cut it off. What ended up happening is he bent over to grab a bolt that bolt that he dropped, and something went in his back. I don't know what. Still hasn't gone to the doctors. I think it's foolish, but I've been trying to encourage him. But something went in his back, and he could barely walk. I don't know. We still don't know what's going on, whether he has a ruptured disc, pulled muscle, torn muscle, don't know what's going on, but he could barely walk. I had to basically help him up and bring him upstairs so he could lie down on the couch. And that was pretty much the end of my day, because, guys, if it wasn't for my father, I wouldn't be doing any of this. And I just felt like it'd be crappy to take this car with his truck, because my truck at that time was broken, which it's now currently fixed, but my truck was broke, and that Suburban was broke, and I don't know, I just didn't feel right leaving him here and suffering while I went to a demolition derby, and, you know, knowing that this was all because he basically gave me the chance to do this, because, one, he taught me everything I know, and if it wasn't for him, I would have never really got into demolition derby, even though he's not a derby guy himself, which is kind of interesting. But it is what it is at this point. But in some ways, I'm you know, glad I didn't go. In some ways, I'm kicking myself a little bit that I didn't go anyway, but his truck is super sketchy as well. Let me just put that way. On our way on Thursday, we almost got in a couple accidents because let's just say his brakes and his truck doesn't tow how it should. The leaf springs are bent in the back, so the truck's like friggin' squatted like hell, and the truck can't stop because of it. So yeah, we're gonna have to do a little bit of work to his truck. So that is what it is. I mean, I've already got my other truck fixed, so we're good to go as far as that goes. But so I guess that's about it, guys. I mean, it was just something stupid happened, and you know, he has one of those days where nothing's going right, and well, that was one of those days where nothing was going right. Something was telling me you shouldn't go, so I just decided, yeah, I'll just run the car at a later date. It's okay. Spinning Wheels has plenty of shows throughout the rest of the year, and I'm looking at San Filippo, probably, that I'm going to run this probably on Saturday, at Saturday Demolition Derby, but we'll see. Depends on whether I want to wait until October, because it's now mid-August. Sorry, I'm for some reason having some burping, but anywho's, that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't mean to complain, guys. I mean, you can call me a crybaby or whatever. I mean, it is what it is, you know. But you just gotta look at it a positive way and say, hey, look, there's plenty more derbies, and I still got a pretty decent car to do it with. I think, honestly, guys, if I'm gonna be completely honest here, I think I'm just gonna send this damn thing. I really do. I'm gonna try to send this damn thing, because, you know, I've been in a few derbies now, and I've never really hit super hard, you know what I mean? Some people say I sandbag, and I don't, of course I'm going to disagree with them because I'm biased, but you know, I think my style of driving is just slower, more paced, patient with hits, you know, choosing my shots instead of just taking every shot I can possibly take. And basically, because I only get to run one car a year, I'm a little bit more patient about wrecking my car, you know, first chance I get. You know, if I was running 5 cars a year, it'd be a little different. But, you know, only running one car a year, you're a little bit more patient with those shots. And, you know, I do still have a lot of fun in that sense that I'm able to get to that top 5 spot. But honestly, guys, I think it's about time that I just put the pedal to the metal and finally freaking just absolutely junk a freaking car, and a few cars while I'm at it. And I think this is the car to do it, guys. I really do. I think this is the car to do it, because it's pretty rusty. It doesn't have a whole lot of life in it as far as the back goes. Whole rear axle's twisted. I already pulled it out some. I don't think I want to go any further with it because it's starting to really peel apart the seals. I'll show you guys that in the next video on the Regal. But yeah, it's still got a lot of life up front, so I think I'm just gonna go front pretty much the entire time and just freaking send this car. I think it'll be pretty fun. At least that's my go-to, you know, day of the Derby. Who knows how I'll feel, but that's at least how I'm feeling at the moment. I think I just want to have fun. So I guess that's about it, guys. Stay tuned for more updates on the Regal and more demolition derbies coming soon to the channel. I mean, as far as you know, going to county fairs and stuff like that for demo. We're starting to run a little bit low on shows this year because we're already through majority of the derby season, and but we're gonna have a few more shows. I think I might be going to Wheels Days in September for Brookfield, Madison County Fairgrounds. I might just go, and I know a lot of you will say, oh, that was a really crappy show. The fair show was really crappy, and I completely agree. It was the worst demolition derby I've ever watched, and honestly I might ever seen. But at the same token, it's going to be a different promoter this time around, so let's just give them a chance. I think we might give them a chance to put on a decent show, but that is a week before San Filippo Smash, so their turnout still probably is not going to be great because most of the cars are going to be saved for the next weekend. But we'll see. Maybe Bone Stock will do well coming out, and I don't think I'm going to run there just because, you know, I know that Spinning Wheels, you know, they know what they're doing over there, and not saying that these guys don't know what they're doing. It's just that these guys are already organized, and, you know, it isn't like their first show, so, and I don't usually try to run at people's first shows. So, anyway, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. That was basically addressing what's going on and why I didn't run on Sunday. So, comment down below if you have any questions and any concerns, and tell me what you're looking forward to for the rest of this season, and even if you want to just comment whatever you want to comment. I mean, I guess, I mean, whatever, feel free. So I want to see some comments down there. So like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye, everybody.